Know why we like these? Because they're descended from actual Vikings. These little fish descended from actual Vikings, okay? The kind that listen to Norwegian death metal, the kind of Vikings that listen to Norwegian and Finnish and Swedish death metal and rock out to Lord of the Rings all the time. Hi, Bubbles. How you doing? Where's Buttercup? Where's Blossom?
Oh my gosh.
Where are they? Yes, I'm reaching out for those references. Bring it. Bring it. Hannah is my co-host today.
Hey.
I'm Clifford. We're going to start the show, everybody. Going to start the show in just 1 minute. Uno momento, por favor. We will start the show. Hello, Billy Joe Cobain. Any relation to Kurt? Hey, nice to see you. Oh my gosh. All right, I've got to keep track of all these multiple streams that are going on.
There's like 4 monitors.
There's lots of monitors. There's lots of things. There's a chat there for Facebook Live. Here's our live chat with our wonderful friends on Instagram. Love you, Instagram. That's Hannah.
Hey.
Hannah Took.
Yes.
Descended from Bull Roarer Took. Gandalf told a very fun and favorable story about that in An Unexpected Journey. There's Facebook Live chatters, Ustream, and we're also on the onering.net/live. You're not Norwegian, but in Dane Harrow. Oh, in Dun Harrow? Is there a connection from Dane, as in Danish Harrow, to Dun Harrow? No, there's not a connection. I'm totally reaching. This is the onering.net. Everybody, welcome. Welcome to the show. See what's going on here. See what's going on?
You're providing yourself
I'm
with
providing
your
the floating
special effects.
theremin sounds. Guess what we're going to talk about today? Hello, France. Hello, Panama. Hello, Brazil. Oh, you are Luchao Frodo. Hello, good to see you. Hello from Florida. That's my home state. I am from Florida. Where are you from? Southern California?
Yeah.
Really? Born and raised? Really?
Yeah.
Fill in the exciting gaps. Okay. Yeah, so what? Fill in the exciting gaps of being I wish they all could be California girls. Right?
I guess.
Oh my gosh, some pride. Take some pride. Take some pride in your local South. If you were from the West Farthing, you would be so proud of your crops, your fields.
I just want to live in New Zealand.
I'm going to live in New Zealand.
That's
but
all
yeah,
I want.
But I mean, we're talking about not where you're going. We know where we're all going. We're all going to New Zealand. We're all going to go to New Zealand.
Hopefully.
Right?
Hopefully.
Hello,
yes.
Aaron Anderson. Yeah, but we're talking about where you're from. Hey, Kieran. There's Kaylin Griffin in the chat room. A lot of familiar faces.
Oh,
what?
hi,
Oh, Dallas. Dallas says hi, Hannah.
Yellow.
Whoa. Ryan Hamilton. All of our good friends. And there's Joanna Adena Silva. And lots of friends from around the world.
We got Focalwena too.
Yeah, and hello from Pennsylvania. Okay, so here's the deal. Now that everybody's live with us at the very beginning, we might as well make some announcements and do some general housekeeping. This is the website for all of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit fans around the world. J.R.R. Tolkien fans, you're in the right place. This is the right time. It's theonering.net. That's right. And here we are. Our acronym for that is TORN.
There's
T-O-R-N. Yeah, hey, Kieran. Yeah, Kieran, that's my buddy in Wales. Hello there, sir. And
Cliff has the longest intros now. If he doesn't,
Justin.
if he
So
doesn't
this is
look like you're
theonering.net. You guys
paying
are watching
attention,
us
he's talking
live.
to Instagram. We're talking to you, normal folk.
And I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to
you're,
everybody.
But you're looking right at
Oh my
Instagram
God, it's
because.
Jay Hickenbottom. Hello.
But look
I'm,
at
like, looking
look at the
everywhere.
heart. Look at all
Yeah, I
the
see
hearts on
going up.
Instagram.
No, we've got England, Birmingham, Pennsylvania. We've got Panama, Brazil. Everyone around the world is right
More
here with us.
importantly, we've got
fantastic.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You talk about countries. I
Yes.
talk about platforms.
Platforms. That's right. Here we
Pennsylvania's here. Hello, everybody. This
This
is Torn Tuesday.
Yay! It's Torn Tuesday. You made it. Just in case you can't see his disembodied voice.
Now
There he is.
I don't know what I don't know
he
what
is.
Torn
He's not a
Tuesday
ghost.
means to me or Cliff. Can you describe Torn Tuesday? What is Torn Tuesday?
Well, I was going to say it's like a daily or weekly ritual, but I decided that's too inappropriate. 'Cause
Is it-
with rituals, you sacrifice people.
Oh,
But this isn't where...
we sacrifice
Oh, no.
for this show.
Oh, look, Pixie Poet. Love you, too. We love you, Pixie Poet. Hello, New York City. Hello, Argentina.
You've been a viewer for
Hi,
many
Canada.
years, right? How long have you been watching our
We
show?
love you,
Oh,
Canada. You are our friends, and we love you, and our hearts go out to you all the time. You had a bad
me do
week
my
last
little
week, but we
Sherlock
love you.
thing here.
We love you, Canada.
We've been doing this for several years. Cliff, you're a producer, a writer. You did Ringers, Lord of the Fans. You published a bunch of books. You're even in the Tolkien library, right next to Tolkien's manuscripts. And they asked you to sign the books, like the librarian. And I'm
Mr.
just a
Hotshot
guy
over
that
here.
points cameras at people, and you're like a pro cosplayer
No.
that you've met. Have you met Richard Armitage?
How can I live
Yeah,
up to that?
my
How
husband.
can I live up
Have
to
Have
that?
you met Lynn Miranda yet?
Oh!
No, I want to so badly.
What
like,
happened? What? Can you believe what
Ooh.
Lynn Miranda just tweeted?
I know. I screamed. I was like, ah!
I screamed online. It was crazy.
Dude.
Can you explain what happened? So if people aren't on Instagram or Twitter, tell them what happened. Who is Lin Manuel?
Hello, Barcelona.
Who he is.
Yeah.
But just in general. Okay, well, I would consider him a director.
He's a
kind of.
multiple Tony winner.
Yeah. He's an actor, director, writer.
And
Just
star of,
multimedia.
he
general.
created what?
Hamilton, the greatest musical. Okay,
Whoa.
that's up for debate,
That's
but
a
in
bold
my
statement.
opinion, just my opinion.
And the internet's opinion.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
And
it
biggest-
seems to be a fad right now, but I mean, for myself, I love it.
Constitutionality is never a fad. And Hamilton is a wonderful look at our Constitution, right?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No.
Have you listened to it?
Yes.
Have you obsessed over it?
I've cried in the car more than once over it.
Just from hearing the music? You
Yeah.
haven't even seen the play?
I mean,
Did you watch the video
Ooh.
performances?
I don't know if we'll get in trouble for this, but I mean, all I'm gonna say is bootlegs.
Are everywhere. Bootlegs are fine. We bootlegged Lord of the Rings when it came out because we couldn't get enough, and we couldn't afford to watch it 52 times in
What do you
theaters.
mean we, Sam?
I'm just saying, it's a community thing.
When that spider shows up, Frodo puts on the ring and he says, "What do you mean we, Sam?"
What do you mean we?
Oh no, not spiders.
He also did stuff on Moana, didn't he?
Yeah,
Disney-
he wrote the song. Yeah, he wrote the songs for Moana, and then he did
The
one.
first thing you need to say about Lin-Manuel Miranda, multiple Tony winner, creator of the hit Broadway musical The Heights from a number of years ago, before Hamilton became a household name as a Broadway musical. Now, Oscar nominee for Moana.
Ravandi in the chat room says, Hamilton kept giving me energy to get out of my hospital bed and get on my legs when I woke up from a coma.
Oh my. Wow.
So thank you, Lin-Manuel. That's
That's
the best
awesome.
thing. Holy smokes, this guy changes
Wow.
lives.
He does. Hey, that's my good friend Jeff. Jeff Scott from Napier, New Zealand. Oh man, it's so great to see you.
G-O-F-F.
We met
That's
him
not
at-
how you spell Jeff.
We met him at the Weta booth. You met him when we were at San Diego Comic-Con. You met Jeff before.
J-E-F-F. That's
Yeah,
how
it's
we
like-
spell it here in
That's
America.
kind of an Anglo-centric way to spell
Okay.
Jeff.
I am so happy.
Like Joffrey.
What?
Spirited Book is finally back.
Whoa,
Where have
Spirited
you
Book.
been?
How you doing, Spirited
Where
Book?
have you been?
That's one of our friendly chat room. Well, you could say he's one of our stalwarts in Hogwarts. One of our stalwarts in Hogwarts over there. Hello, Spirited Book.
I
Good to
thought
see
he
you.
was dead.
What? You thought he was dead?
He wasn't on for like months.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, we have a special
Wait.
announcement. We have a special announcement we just got on the hotline. This
What?
is huge. The big convention coming up for us in Southern California is WonderCon. It's coming up over the Easter weekend period, right?
Not Easter,
It's
but
ahead of Easter.
Yeah.
It's like a week or two ahead of Easter. Looks like our friend, costume player Kyle Daskin, who is the best soldier of Gondor that we've ever seen, he says he's going to give away a beautiful Gandalf staff, a full replica of Gandalf's wizard staff, given away for free as a prize at WonderCon for those local participants who bring the best Lord of the Rings themed cosplay.
oh man.
So bring your costumes to WonderCon in Southern California this year because there's a big prize
He likes my
up, a
shirt.
huge Gandalf
Everybody
staff.
likes your
It's
shirt,
going to be
man.
given away.
All right,
Now
let's show
that's
off our shirts.
Awesome.
All right. We don't sell shirts
That's
anymore
awesome.
because Tolkien Estate was license. So look at my amazing shirt. It's the Hobbits. It's the 4 Hobbits. It took a while to find the right photos
Of them?
of
to
them
spoof the Beatles.
to spoof the Beatles
was
because
great.
there's a lot of they're beautifully lit, but they're not lit like the Beatles. So it took me a while to find this. And then after I made the shirt, it showed up on like a bunch of Tumblrs and fan sites, and people like started
Oh, yeah.
recreating it and selling their own shirts.
Wait, when did you guys I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
A few years ago.
You know, that's been one of the most favorited shirts. I walk around in public, total strangers go up to me and they're like, I love that Beatles Hobbit mashup.
Yeah. And
Everyone
then what's
loves
your
that.
shirt?
Everyone loves that shirt.
Oh, it's the May the Dwarves Be With You. Which a lot of people at my school get really confused. They're like, oh, it's Star Wars. I'm like, no.
It's
No,
both.
It's,
Okay.
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
All right.
it's a beautiful marriage between both.
Miss Gellert and a couple of other chatters. who've
He's
just
talking to
come-
Instagram
I'm
again.
talking to all the chatters
I'm
because
focused on Facebook because they're
I
the
don't
cool
care
people.
whether I'm talking to
I don't
1,
even
2,
have
3,
Facebook.
4. We
I
have
know.
4 different chats
He
we need to
loves
follow.
Instagram. Look at all
But
those
here's
hearts.
here's a fun thing that we need to mention, guys.
Just keep it on you because you're going to talk to Instagram all day
because
long.
we get this question for every newcomer who watches our
Radagast,
show,
look, they got the hat.
we have to give an answer.
Yellow.
And it's kind of like the same answer that we give every week. What about the Silmarillion TV rumors that we're hearing? Well, it's not going to happen.
Rumors.
It's just bad rumors. It's fake news. Sorry.
Kieran
it's not
tells
going to
It's
happen.
happening.
Kieran
And that's
says I should
because
shave
of the
the beard.
rights,
No.
the Silmarillion
Look,
book
no.
rights.
Look,
Shh, I'm talking to people.
we're having a conversation
There
here.
are no book rights ever to be released by the Tolkien estate.
happen.
It's not
People
going
in
to
chat
happen.
room say
Sorry.
she's saving the
So
beard.
we have to keep saying that every
I
week.
think I look better with it.
As much as we would love for it to happen, it's not going to happen.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? Keep it?
Sorry. We want it to
Keep it.
happen,
Keep
but
it.
it's just not
Keep
going to
it.
happen.
Keep it?
Keep it.
I don't know.
Just keep it.
It's not big enough for a dwarf,
Well,
so
then
it
grow
and
it
I'm not
out.
thin enough for an elf.
But
and
you're fine.
do hobbits have beards?
No.
No, hobbits never grow facial hair. Never. Never.
Really?
It's not in their genotype. Can't happen.
What?
No facial hair. Sorry.
So dwarves and men are the only ones that can grow beards? Oh, and of course wizards.
Hello, Brazil.
I don't
We
think
love you,
Wiz-
Brazil.
Wizards can't
you.
have. Wizards have to have a beard.
Yeah.
Like
wizards-
it's not in their genotype to not have a beard.
Wait, do they come out with a beard as a baby? Or are they just made like full human?
They were
I
sent
mean,
to
not
Middle
full
Earth
human.
in the guise of older men. They were,
Okay.
they were
So
sent-
they were born with beards.
they were well. They were
Well,
kind of.
yeah, technically.
Technically.
They were sent, but they were sent in like a guise, like a disguise, a physical form that had to be approachable,
Oh my gosh.
adaptable, and something that everybody in Middle Earth could communicate
see me?
to. So they were like wandering wizards. They showed up on the shores of Middle Earth as these ratchety old men. Eravandi says in the chat, elves can have beards
Wellesley.
when they get old enough. Círdan the shipwright had one. Yes, Eravandi, Círdan had one in the books, but in the movies he did not. But that's a very
Wellesley
good
College. I
point.
like that place.
Good
You ever been
point.
to Wellesley College? It's over in Boston.
So what is a wizard's true form? Well, Jean Bourgeois, I'm glad you asked, Jean Bourgeois. A wizard's true form.
Wait, let her take a guess.
Well, we wouldn't really know, would we?
What do you
I
think?
was just gonna say a small baby, but
Well, consider their original form as Maiar spirits before they were sent from Valinor to come to us. Little babies, that's cute. Is it like that magical place in Storks where all the babies live before they get taken by a stork
I haven't seen
to come
it.
to Earth?
I don't know.
Never mind.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
know
matter.
it's disappointing.
I
know.
didn't see it either, but I saw the trailer, so I figured it out.
The
No.
Istari were not
Okay,
true
whatever.
alive in forms
Okay,
of majesty.
Hannah, you need to up your game, girl. You're live on the
know.
air with us.
I know. I'm nervous though because I told a lot of people
need to
at
be
my
nervous.
school.
What do you mean? You got all the tweets. You got more tweets than me.
You've been on this show. You've been on this show a dozen times.
Hannah helps run our Instagram too, and she gets
Yeah.
more likes on her posts. Every time I post something,
It's
she posts something
fine.
else, and she gets a ton more.
Well, Owen, here's another weird question from a brand new newbie. Who runs the OneRing.net? Well, no single person runs the OneRing.net. It is
Just like no single person owns the One Ring.
or runs it. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're a big network of editors and contributors.
Who's carrying it
from
right
around
now?
the world? There's a bunch of fans from Canada, New Zealand, America, England, and they all contribute to the OneRing.net as volunteers.
Dude, I do too. I want to too. I want to see little baby.
We're all volunteer fans for
Little
the
baby.
OneRing.net.
That's all I want, man.
There should be like a toy line of like baby You remember Muppet Babies?
I
Let's
love
get
Muppet Babies.
Tolkien Babies.
But what if?
Tolkien babies?
Oh,
Yeah,
You mean like they'd be cute little chibi style of Muppet?
absolutely.
Chibi,
a
Lord of the
cute
Rings
little
characters?
wizard and
Oh,
a
God.
cute little Gollum and a cute little Bilbo.
Well, here you go.
Wait, I got an
You've got
idea.
that right
You
here
know
with the
those
pop
baby alive
toys.
things that
Yeah.
you give the little girls?
Those are
Put a
creepy.
beard.
No, those are
Yes.
creepy.
Yes, that would be great. You put a beard.
Look, everybody in the Facebook chat, Kyle is saying, Kyle says, nervous every time. Kaylin Griffin says, don't be
Yeah.
nervous. Us ringers are all family. We
That's
are
right,
all
Kay.
family.
We love you, Pipsky.
Yeah.
We're all
Yes.
Don't you
family.
feel like we're family?
Yeah, of course.
All right, when was the first time, can you tell people when was the first time we met you?
Okay, I met you for. No, wait.
That's a good
No.
question, Seth.
Wait,
get
technically
back to
I
that.
met Cliff first. But then I met. No. Listen. I met
Tell
you
them.
They always
formally
meet me first. I'm the outgoing one. They always
Formally
meet me
first.
You met me formally first.
Formally.
Okay.
I met Cliff briefly. Remember when you guys had Sylvester McCoy?
Yeah, I remember. Yep.
Yeah.
When he was on our show.
Afterwards, when all those. Well, I mean. Yeah, after the meet and greet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
That's
was
right.
there.
He did a signing here and
He
stuff.
came to. Yeah. We had the best interview with Radagast, right here.
That's
on this
why
show.
I got this hat.
Yeah.
So,
Was that when we first met? Was
Yeah.
but when was the
Sylvester
first time
McCoy
you really met us?
Well, I met you really. Yeah. Oh, hey, man. No, I'm sorry. I saw someone from school in the Instagram thing. I'm sorry. Now I'm nervous again.
Oh God, you guys.
No, but I
Or as
met.
Boss Nass would say.
We don't talk about prequels.
We don't talk about Boss Nass or the prequels. No.
Anyway, continue your story.
No, I met.
This is
I
fun.
met Justin first, right after the Bofa premiere. Remember? Yeah.
It wasn't both.
Not
Battle of-
Bofa. I'm sorry. Desolation of Schmog.
Was it Smaug? I thought it was
Yeah.
the first one.
No.
No?
No.
No, it was the second one.
Yeah, it was the
Because
second one.
Evangeline Lilly was there. And
Yeah.
Philippa.
And you came up to me, and I was crying.
Why were you crying?
Oh, that's why. Well, that's the reason why you came to interview her in the first place, because you knew you could get tears out of her, right?
They were already there.
No, I was already crying.
But why were you crying? Did you
Remem-
just meet a hunk of elf?
No, I met Fran and Philippa, remember?
Oh, Fran
What?
and
All
Philip are
of
my
Richard
favorite people. I
Armitage,
love
Orlando Bloom,
That was
all,
after.
all of the hunks there, and you were crying over the writers? Why?
Because I like. Okay, the reason why I'm a director and kind of a writer is because of Fran and Philippa and Peter Jackson, so. Yeah.
In that order? Fran, Philippa,
Well,
Peter?
no, not in any particular order.
They're
but
just, they work as a group.
Yeah. It's like. And Richard Taylor as
So
well.
you're out on Hollywood Boulevard. All the stars are walking the red carpet signing autographs, and the person you care most is the person you don't see on camera.
Yeah.
Hashtag inspiration. It comes from all kinds of magical places. And that's why you're a creative. That's why you are now driven towards the storytelling arts. That's fantastic.
Look what Dallas just put on the Facebook chat.
I can't.
I cried when I met Fran and Philippa too. Yeah, they're awesome people.
Me too.
They're really, really awesome people. Now,
And he was in the
Spiritual high
movies.
five.
I'm going to get back to your question, Seth. Is it possible that Gandalf and the Balrog could therefore be brothers because they were both originally Maiar spirits?
Balrog Chibi?
Possible. Oh, a Balrog chibi? It exists already. The Funko Pop Balrog
I want one.
is cute and chibi. Interesting concept. You guys are talking about how the Maiar spirits are related. All the wizards, Radagast, Gandalf, Saruman, and the other two blue wizards, the ones who disappeared, they were indeed Maiar spirits, as was Sauron himself and some of the other Balrogs. Is it possible they could be related to each other in a kinship kind of format? Very weird and interesting question, Seth.
Galadin in
I've
the
never
chat is
never
saying,
heard that question before.
awesome girl, you have your priorities right.
That's right. Get your priorities right, girl.
You know, you would have been a better interview because we took the Happy Hobbit girls to the premiere, and the only question they could ask is, they asked if Lee Pace had named his eyebrows.
That was your question.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to respond.
I would have said,
know, it
yeah,
was
my
funny.
eyebrows are named Flotsam and Jetsam. There they are.
Oh my God.
Right here.
But of
remember
all-
Ursula's little friends in The Little Mermaid? Yeah, Flotsam and Jetsam. Now I got her, boys. The boss is on a roll. You know, I totally
If
would have made my
anybody,
eyebrows
if
Flotsam
if
and Jetsam.
anybody's
I
eyebrows were
with
gonna
my
have
eyebrows go,
names, they would be Lee Pace. That man.
Or Christopher Jackson. Christopher Jackson
That's
too.
so
Sorry,
funny.
I go back to Hamilton yet again. But
Who's
anyway.
Christopher Jackson? Who do
He
you play?
plays Washington.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, I
I've
know.
never heard. I've never heard anything. I know nothing about Hamilton. I couldn't tell you a lyric, a name, a song. All I know is Lin-Manuel because he's in the news all the time. I know nothing about it.
Well, it's
But why are we
it's-
talking about Lin-Manuel today?
I don't know. I was talking about
You
whether
don't
my
know?
our spirits are related. I'm actually talking
He
about
doesn't know.
Tolkien over here.
Wait, he doesn't know.
I
I'm
don't even
talking
know
about
what we're
Tolkien
talking
over here. You guys are talking
We
about
were talking about
multiple Tony winner Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's now Oscar nominee.
But you don't
Lin-Manuel
you don't know why we're talking about him on this Tolkien show?
Oh, I know why you're talking about him. I totally know why, but I'm just letting you
What
guys...
happened?
I'm letting you guys talk about it because
But
I'm
what-
answering a lot of questions from a lot of people who are very engaged with us, and I'd rather not ignore our audience today. I want to just engage with them a little bit. But go ahead.
You go ahead.
Go ahead.
Look,
That's funny.
I think that was the reaction that Lin-Manuel's mom had to Vigo.
I mean, would anyone have?
I mean,
that
that's
reaction?
basic-
I would have that reaction.
That's basically what he said on Twitter. If you go to Lin-Manuel's Twitter, he tweeted this week that they had a big Oscar luncheon yesterday.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
And they do this and they take this big photo of all the nominees together.
Because he's nominated for Moana. He did a few songs
That's right.
for Disney. That's right.
And Vigo's nominated for Captain Fantastic,
Which he should win.
Fantastic.
a wonderful
Yes.
film. And so Lin-Manuel tweeted that he just met Vigo. His mom is floating away because Vigo speaks. What was the phrase? He speaks.
Fluent Spanish or something like
He
that.
didn't say fluent. He said.
No, I'm gonna look.
We
it up.
got to get the words right.
Yeah, hold
but
on.
basically, Vigo grew up in Argentina. He's
Yes.
not born in Argentina. Viggo Mortensen was born in New York, but grew up in Argentina
From a Danish family.
from a
He's
Danish
a
family.
Danish
So
man.
he
He's
speaks
Danish.
Swedish, Danish, German,
I was
Spanish,
And Rohirric.
and horse.
Yeah, he speaks horse. He speaks Rohirric. he speaks Adonaic. He speaks Adonaic, the language of ancient Gondor, the Númenóreans. He speaks the common tongue. I'm quite sure that you want to call it Westron.
What did
he
he say?
speaks Westron.
Okay.
He also speaks Dwarvish and Elvish as well.
So as quote, Lin-Manuel Miranda has tweeted out yesterday. We met Viggo Mortensen. He speaks gorgeous, fluent Spanish. My mom almost floated away.
Gorgeous,
And I
fluent Spanish.
quote, yeah.
That's the only way to describe the Spanish language. It's gorgeous. That's why so many countries speak it. That's not a hotline.
Nope, that's my friend.
But that reminds me, we have a hotline. You can text us. You can call us. The phone number is scrolling right above us. 530-64-FRODO. That's really our phone number. 530-64-FRODO.
Hello, Zach. You are live on theonering.net. What's up today? Where are you calling from? Oh, hold on. I got to turn the volume up. We're broadcasting live from this beautiful studio here at Meltdown Comics. You're part of the show. What's up?
Oh, wow, this is amazing. Oh, I'm just calling after work.
Yeah, that's right, because you forgot that I do a show every Tuesday at 5 o'clock. So you're calling in the middle of the broadcast. And just to stain you with as much guilt as I possibly can, I decided to answer the call and make you part of the show. So say something.
He's a very
Say
bitter man.
something about. That's because he's my good friend and I love embarrassing him. So go ahead, say something to the folks live on the air.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Zach Cabria. Just giving you guys a call. I love Lord of the Rings, so this is a perfect call for me. Let's see, what do I want to say?
Of the six Middle Earth films, what's your favorite?
My favorite is definitely the first one. It's the one that brought me into the Lord of the Rings world and just changed my life. The moment I walked out of that, I knew that Peter Jackson had captured something really special, something that myself, along with so many other people, had never thought we'd get to see.
Yeah, yeah.
So that
Should we let it?
changed my life and blew my mind, and I watched it with my stepdad. We were both really, really happy about it.
Yeah, the Fellowship of the Ring blew everyone's mind. We had no idea it would be that good, really.
Yeah, and the fact that he kept making them, and he made so many of them together. I mean, the filming of it was brutal, and I spoke with a lot of the guys that were actually part of it when I was working on Chronicles of Narnia. A lot of the cast and crew
We're
have
gonna have
been
a
on the
side
same film.
conversation here with Instagram.
And a friend of mine, Morgan, was actually he played one of the stunt guys. So he told me a really amazing story about
it's a different
how it was in Lord of the Rings. And, he was actually Legolas' stunt double. So he would tell me a little bit of stuff about that, and I asked him about the cool move that Legolas made on the horse.
Yeah.
And things like that. And, Morgan actually did a lot of the Legolas, things like that. So I was very impressed. And unfortunately, he passed. He had cancer and passed recently.
Oh.
But, shout out to Morgan. He was an amazing guy.
It looks totally different, but
Wow, right on. See, there's the whole family was connected. The productions family working on Narnia was intimately connected with the production folks who worked on Rings. And, you know, Shane Rangi, one of my favorite stunt performers in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you know Shane Rangi, he played one of the big centaurs in the first two Narnia films. There, and a lot of the stunt crew and, you know, visual effects and all, of course, a lot of people from Weta who were designing armor and weapons, they were also making them for the Narnia films as well. It was all very intertwined. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like a little sister movie of ours in a way.
Right. Okay, well, thanks for being on the show, Mr. Zach Cabria. Good to hear from you. We're going to go back to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Bye.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
I just like my hat.
Bye.
Oh. The hat's falling down.
Justin took over the Instagram feed.
It's okay. Justin's taking over the Instagram. That's why he's hiding over there off stage.
I'll be over here.
Hey, watching Torn now. We're getting.
over here.
Hey, you see that number floating over our heads? 530.
There we go.
Number 6, number 4, FRODO. For Frodo. Right, and it says here on my handy dandy iPhone.
All right, he's off the phone.
Imagine
put this
Vigo. Ooh,
Man.
here's an idea. Imagine Vigo portraying
Lord of the Rings is
Arathorn.
just as big as Harry Potter.
If not
Whoa!
bigger.
No.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is not as big as Harry Potter. Lord of the Rings is infinitely bigger than anything Harry
here we go.
Potter.
Yep.
It's got 75 years. Cliff made a whole documentary on how Lord of the Rings influenced cultures from 6 different generations. Everyone from the Nazis to the hippies
To the death metal heads.
to the death metal heads. There's bands. There's hard rock bands.
To the Green Party.
named to the Green Party now.
Yeah, everybody embracing Tolkien.
Styx.
Everybody.
There's bands named after it. Led Zeppelin has songs about Gollum.
And so does Rush. We interviewed them and we licensed their music for our film, too.
There are no Harry Potter songs by Rush or Ty Dolla $ign or anybody like that. But people know Gollum and people know Lord of the Rings. It's bigger than anything Potter. So let's just squash that
Age makeup.
right now. And I will bet
I
you,
mean, with his age
I'll
now
bet
as
you,
well,
if you go to
add,
Tumblr,
so.
there are more Lord of the Rings gifs on Tumblr than Harry Potter gifs. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah. How about that?
Think of all the gifs on GIFs on Lord of the Rings.
GIFs and GIFs?
Everything, like
Yeah, that's true.
from Aragorn opening doors to
Yeah.
you can't walk into Mordor. Like Lord of the Rings, like created the GIF economy.
It did. Totally. There's, you know.
Yeah,
It's true.
you know
It's
what I'm
true.
talking about.
Old Man Willow, Old Man River. You know what? It's true. Led Zeppelin was one of the first bands that we wanted to interview, and we made Ringers Lord of the Fans. And we didn't get the chance to secure that interview, but we did something better. We secured an actual Led Zeppelin song. Me, my friends, and Carlene Cordova, the director of Ringers, we were the only independent filmmakers ever in the history of making documentaries to actually license a Led Zeppelin song, Ramble On, for our opening theme,
Everybody
opening
wants
credits.
my hat.
Isn't that amazing?
I should be selling my hat.
Yeah.
No.
I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that. That's because Led Zeppelin were such hardcore Tolkien fans. They wanted to support our project, and they let us license their song.
Hey, look, the Spirited
Boom.
Book wants to call
Boom.
in. Do you have your Skype turned on, mister?
No, but I can. I can turn on Skype.
So if you're just joining us, we do this every week, 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. We're in Hollywood for Meltdown Comics. It's open to the public. If you're ever in L.A., come to Meltdown on Tuesday at 5 o'clock, and you can be on the show like Hannah. Because
Hey.
Hannah is just a viewer. She's here every day, every week, watching us. She even sends us fan mail. I'm even wearing a bracelet she sent us. And now she's on the show.
I would have brought in the drawing of Armando Bloom, but I forgot it in my bag. I know.
That I said yes because you promised the Armando
I
Bloom
know.
drawing.
I know.
That's funny. You know, somebody asked us in the chat
I
not too
know.
long ago if Orlando
I'm
has ever
sorry.
been interviewed on this show. And I think everybody in the films has been except him. I mean, I think Liv Tyler and Orlando and Kate Blanchett are the only three people we've interviewed everybody from Jim Rigel to the Hobbit actors to the Wizard actors. We've interviewed Sylvester McCoy. We've interviewed dwarves, hobbits. We've interviewed everybody from the cast and crew, even Oscar winner Jim Rigel, the visual effects supervisor. But I hate to say it, Orly, he's been a little bit busy with Katy Perry lately, so we haven't been able to break into his
Well, what's
calendar.
that? The joke
got a busy
is
calendar.
that Hannah drew a picture of Armando Bloom. Who is Armando Bloom? He is the man that's credited in the official Fellowship of the Ring New York Times Grey Lady review of the first Lord of the Rings
Armando.
film.
Spaniard elf.
He is
That's
called.
funny.
He is called
That's funny.
Armando Bloom. This was like his first big movie, so they didn't even credit Orlando Bloom. They got Vigo's name right, but
I'm
they
telling
didn't.
you.
They didn't get Orlando's
That's
name.
what happens when reporters don't thoroughly do their research. You end up saying Armando Bloom. And yes, that did appear in the New York Times.
How do I
We all
become a
thought that was
part of
hilarious.
Torn? That's a great question on Instagram. How did you become a part of Torn?
Just in general, or
Yeah,
okay.
that was just a question.
Well, I started on. Well, I still am on the chat rather than watching Periscope or Instagram or on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
because I feel, yeah, personally, like I've gone on the YouTube, not chat, but just to watch as well when the Ustream chat doesn't work. But
Do you ever go to our message boards?
every now and again.
And you've gone to our website and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, of course.
And you go to the conventions. When we do conventions, you come to our panels.
That's right.
Yes.
And when we have booths and we have T-shirts, you come and say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when we do signing events with our fellow fans and actors, you come, right?
Yeah, because you guys are like my uncles.
That's exactly it.
Shall we talk to
that's
Spirited
how-
Book?
I'm gonna yell at him.
Okay. Hold
Let-
on.
let
Hold
her
on,
answer.
Hold on, Spirited Book.
You just hung up on him.
Because we're in the middle of a sentence. Call back in a minute. We're going to
So the answer is
Call back
a
in 1
lot
minute.
of people that have been joining the OneRing.net recently
One moment.
discover us through these live streams. I mean, how many people here started watching us during our epic road trip across America where we live streamed
I did.
from the dashboard? We went to 25 states. It was amazing, 5,000 miles, and we've been live streaming ever since, every week. And that's how people discover us. And then they come to the message boards and they chat. And there's secret celebrities on the message board. Guillermo del Toro pops in all the time. We just talked to him a couple weeks ago, and he loves popping in and seeing what's fresh with. And the actors do. In fact, all of these cool pictures that Dominic Monaghan has been posting lately, he's been tagging the One Ring.
I know.
He doesn't tag anybody else. Like,
Unless they're in the picture though, like Billy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wait, but
awesome.
who's been in these pictures?
I love that.
Well, Billy, Elijah, Vigo. That's really about it.
Orlando.
Orlando was.
Yeah.
Man, that's like the five of the Fellowship together again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
5 of the 9.
And you know where they were?
Orlando, Vigo,
No.
Billy, Dom, Elijah. 5 of the 9.
You know where they were, where they took that picture?
Weren't they at the film festival?
They were at Tom Burgeon's.
Tom Burgeon's. Oh,
right there.
Oh, right there. Tom
On
Burgeon's.
Fairfax.
Right there on Fairfax. That's cool.
That's
so
literally
cool.
like 6 blocks away from here. All of these pictures that
Yes.
you're seeing of the hobbits together, of the Fellowship together, they are not in a foreign country. They are not at a film festival. They are just here in LA at Dom's house, hanging out. I think Vigo's crashing with Dom right now. I know Billy is. Billy was. He's on his way to a convention in Russia, I think, right now.
Yeah.
But I think Vigo is crashing with Dominic Monaghan.
That's brilliant.
Which
What
blows my mind.
place to be.
They hang out.
What a place
I've
to
never
be.
seen a convention where Vigo, Orlando, and Dom and Billy are all together. They don't do the publicity tours and the convention tours together. They just hang out because they're bros. Oh,
Isn't that hilarious?
I mean, I guess
It's
that's
more
why they
than-
got tattoos.
there are no other, going back to Harry Potter or Star Wars or any of these other big movies, any of the Avengers movies, you don't see all of the actors just hanging out unless they're paid to be there. And these guys, the only time they hang out is when they're not being paid to hang out. They're just hanging out. That's what makes it so good. We got a call.
How's it going, Spirited Book? Nice to see you.
We can't hear you.
Say something.
Is your sound on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just heard it ring.
Say something.
We can't hear you.
Yeah,
something.
I think his.
Your
Where's
mic's
audio?
off. Frodo
Say
Baggins,
something.
Elijah Wood is my favorite.
There you are.
There he
There
is.
you are.
Show the audience.
Hang on, I have like 3 mics set up, so it's like.
You have 3 mics set up. Hey, everybody, it's Spirited Book.
All right, but
I got one on the camera, one here on my snowball, and then one on my headset. So it's like, which one? And so now it's the snowball, so it's all good. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
all right.
Good to see you. Let's say hi.
Before we say hi, we got to get. Hannah's got something to tell you.
Hannah's got something to tell you.
Where have you been? I thought you died.
I might as well have been dead.
I was worried, along with other people.
I had school and stuff.
I have
took over
school
and everything.
too.
I have high school still.
I do too. That's not an excuse.
Hello from Japan. Hello, Japan. Nice to see you. Okay, so Spirited Book, where are you calling from, sir?
Canada.
Oh, Canada. Is that an actual place, Canada?
It's the land of the North.
How's Trudeau? How's Trudeau doing today? Has he taken his shirt off in Parliament yet today?
Oh, I've heard the lands of the North.
Has Justin Trudeau taken his shirt off
I've
in
heard
Parliament
of
yet
more of
today?
the
Oh
North.
no, that's Paul Ryan. He does that here for us.
That's-
Anyways, it's
What are
hilarious.
you talking about? Trying to make
Making
politics.
jokes. No politics.
No politics.
Comedy. There's a big difference.
There's nothing funny
big
about
difference.
our leaders.
I'm just thinking, I'm just saying, did Justin Trudeau take his shirt off for the whole country today? Has he done that yet? No, I guess not. All right. Sorry.
That hot.
All right. No, not to me, but all the girls I know kind of swoon.
Oh,
Flower. Who's
What?
who's
She's
flower
like,
crown
what?
popping?
No.
I have no clue, but hello.
Hey,
The
that's
only
hilarious.
person
Okay,
that
so
Hello.
This is our Prime Minister.
this is like hilarious.
Yours is better than ours. I
Son.
guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. There's no
Yeah. Okay, so Spirited Book. I want to say hi, Seth. Hey,
Thorne
thank you.
Larson?
You know, Seth
I
says
have no
I
clue.
literally
He winked.
mindlessly clicked on Facebook today and landed here. I normally don't watch these
Tolkien?
talk shows, but I'm kind of enjoying it.
Okay.
Something Lord of the Rings is a good way to
Tolkien
push
is the
yourself through the
worst
work
fate.
week. Thank you, Seth, for joining us. We love to
Hmm.
talk Hobbit and Lord of the Rings stuff. Spirited Book, you have been gone for far too long. Tell us, what is it that brings you back to Turn Tuesday, my friend?
Balrog.
And I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, that's true.
Bless
Or maybe
you.
I have basketball practice every Tuesday night because, I
Or
try to keep
maybe,
athletic and stuff, even though I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
But
Shelob has the worst.
every Tuesday I've been
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
she got
Alright.
stabbed in the arm
tonight,
and
tonight,
stabbed
I'm
in
And
the
then-
gonna
head.
go back and watch Torn Tuesday. And then,
Yellow.
the next day, I'm like, check YouTube, and it's like,
They say I look like
there's the video
Radagast.
of
I really
Torn
look like
Tuesday from
Radagast?
last night.
Yeah, you're Beaufort.
Oh, mistakes were made.
Bofer?
But tonight, towards the end of basketball
I'm
practice, I
supposed
was
to be
like,
Bofer.
oh yeah, there's Torn Tuesday tonight. I gotta go watch that. I gotta go watch
Right?
it or else. I'm
Welcome
gonna
back.
feel
He's
bad.
got the mustache.
Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's good to be back.
Oh, that's really good to have. We have an international audience. We have Brazil.
Miss
Yes.
Gellert.
Hi, Brazil. We have Japan,
He's
Portugal.
a
We have
producer.
Norway.
She's
We've
a
got
director.
England, Wales.
I'm a
Right?
producer.
We've got Birmingham in the live chat with us right now, and
You just
Canada.
make stuff.
Isn't that
That's
amazing?
the only advice we got.
Yeah,
Good to have
don't
you.
think about the equipment and don't focus on that.
They're
Just-
ignoring you. They're talking to somebody else on Instagram.
I'm
and
not ignoring
Yeah, there
you.
you go.
Happens all the time in real
It
life.
happens all the time in real life.
I'm answering a question.
He hasn't been on our show in like a year, and we're like not even talking to him. Oh my
It's been a
God.
Has
Flor-
it been a year?
Have you been to Florence?
No,
Italy?
it hasn't been a year,
No,
but
I've
I'm.
only been.
You know
Because
me,
someone
I
from Florence,
playfully
Italy,
exaggerate
is
everything.
Oh,
watching. Two people from Italy.
I exaggerate
And
everything.
Scotland.
Well, yellow.
And Japan.
Scotland.
And
Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Hi, hey.
Oh
I
my
cannot believe
goodness.
the international audience
And the
we have
East Coast.
today. That's
Iceland?
fantastic.
Iceland.
Go Bjork.
Wait.
I love Bjork.
You are like the worst consumer. You just like, what's the biggest export? Bjork. You have like no reference to anything else in Iceland, do you?
It's either volcanic ash or Bjork. Those are the only two exports
You're a
that New Zealand-
terrible fan.
that
You're the
Iceland
worst
has.
type of fan.
Iceland has only two things that come out of that country. Clouds of volcanic ash that stop the planes over Europe, or Bjork. That's the only thing you're ever going to get out of Iceland.
Hi, Denmark.
Sorry.
Oh.
Just saying.
Why Iceland? Why did you react to Iceland?
You know
I
I'm
don't
being
know.
stupid. I'm just joking.
Wait, is Iceland where
totally
they
joking.
shot that Prometheus movie, you know, with the big waterfall? Do you remember?
I don't know.
You're a director. You're supposed to know these things.
I don't know. I know.
Listen,
It's bad.
do not take a break as long as you have recently. We need you here every week. You bring the
Yes.
energy, you bring the chat, you keep things moving, and the more you can call, the less I have to host with Cliff.
Whoa.
Wow. He's throwing the gauntlet down.
That
Brazil's
was
here,
Spirited
even
book.
directed towards me, and I'm hurt.
old man.
Throwing the gauntlet
Wow.
down.
We got
man.
Brazil. Can Dom,
Oh, wait.
Lily,
Brazil
Billy,
on the show
and Sean
with some
reunite?
young boy who lives in Canada.
Canada.
You know, we
I
haven't
love
had
it.
Sean Bean on. He'd be a good interview.
Sean
I was
Bean.
gonna
Yeah.
make a
He might
joke,
die
but
halfway through, but
Remember when Dom...
that's what exactly what I was about to say.
That's what I'm afraid of.
You stole my line.
Remember when Dom and Billy were both here? They didn't just come one at a time. They came together.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're BFFs
Yeah.
forever.
We've actually interviewed Beefcake. We had the entire band on the interview couch. That beautiful interview couch that Letitia is relaxing on right now. Yeah. You were sitting in Dom's DNA right there.
Seth says I literally mindlessly
dropped a-
clicked stuff on
hair.
Facebook and landed
if you dropped
here.
an eyelash or something, that one
Yeah.
eyelash.
I hope you're having a good time.
oh, I thought it was something completely different.
No, I didn't mean that.
I don't know
Let's
what
talk
you're
about-
talking about.
Didn't you ever see Gattaca? They captured him because he left an eyelash on a keyboard. Just an eyelash. That's enough to follow your DNA.
Look,
Oh my gosh.
Dom and Billy are
You need
total
to
squad
keep your
goals.
mind
You're
out of the
absolutely
gutter,
right.
son.
Amen.
Telling
There's so
you.
many people just tuning
Stop
in.
it.
If this is your first time here, it's so active. But this is Torn Tuesday. We do this every Tuesday,
hilarious.
Cliff is
5 p.m.
dying.
Pacific,
I'm having a good
Don't-
time.
right here.
be Sean
We're in
Bean.
Meltdown Comics in Hollywood.
Kalasuri.
And if our eyes are everywhere, we've got eyes on Instagram
It's
Live.
like-
We're on Twitter, Periscope Live.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook Live.
And Ustream.
And we're on Ustream and YouTube. We've got like, how many chats we have? We have like 5 different chats. And
do.
our Skype line is open. You
Skype
can
line is
call. See? You
really-
can call and text us. If you text us, it goes to me and Cliff's number. If you ever have any questions 24/7, if you text us a Tolkien question, Cliff will answer it correctly.
I will
and
try my
I will
best.
answer it incorrectly.
I will try my best.
But
Hello-
wait,
hello,
What
Kalasuri.
if they ask you, is it Gandalf of many colors? And then you could just say, no,
Yeah,
he's just Gandalf the gray and Gandalf the white.
he's dead now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
The,
Whoa. Okay.
Laying it down on everyone.
What? I saw the movies. Did you see the same movie I did?
What a thug. Oh my gosh.
A thug.
Savage.
You're
I
being
also
a
totally
thug.
posted an image in the
Look,
Skype chat. We should totally check it out.
anyways, it's really nice to have you on the show again, Spirited Book. Really good to have you on the show. Cheers, my friend. Anything you want to say to the audience?
Spoilers! I'm
Before you
sorry.
leave?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If 75-year-old book is spoilers. I'm sorry, 46-year-old book. Right? 40? No, 66.
Look, not everyone has read them. Not
You're
every-
telling me!
The blue.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Go back to the shadow. It says Getharatha
Wow.
Instagram. Look, all right. We gotta open.
Battles from which you came.
We gotta open the Skype line for other callers.
No, I'm gonna hog it all night.
All right, and I'm the thug. And I'm the thug. Look,
Okay, then we have a young
Right.
thug.
Hello, Kalasuri, one of our very, very important and really cool, one of our cool guys who helps to create and run the OneRing.net. He's there in our live Facebook chat. So if
You guys
any
want
of
one?
you, international folks
think
are out
we do.
there watching on our Facebook Live,
This is
say
amazing.
hi to Kalasuri.
Hugs from
He's
Brazil.
logged in right now as the
Hugs.
OneRing.net, and he's one of the the four founders.
No, I'm not.
Who helped us
Sorry.
in all those years ago. Gosh, it was like 16 years ago or more.
17.
That Kalasuri, Tehanu, Korvar, and Zoannon, the four of those wonderful folks.
Those aren't their real names. We've
Those are
protected
nicknames.
their
We've
identities.
protected their identity with, obvious, avatar nicknames like everybody has on the internet. I want to say thank you, Kalasuri.
But it's not about them. It's about a platform for everybody. Like, if you're in LA, you can show up and you can be on the show.
Yes.
I
We-
want to
Yes.
come. I want to show up.
There you go.
You're welcome to be here
You're
anytime
Skyping.
you want, man.
You Skype
You're
in
welcome.
and you're on the show.
Actually, sure enough, I'm taking a year off next year, so if I can, I'll try and show up.
Education's important, boy.
Do it.
Yeah, but so is a year off to think about what you want to do with your life.
What, are you transferring? Are you
Oh.
transferring to Ilvermorny?
What's that?
It's the American
Wampus!
school. You are such a muggle or a nomad. You are such a nomad. Oh my gosh.
To America to live.
Ilvermorny is the American Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Yet we have another thug.
This is a Tolkien show.
Wow.
Look,
I don't know. Look, I'm in grade 12, and have to apply to colleges and stuff next year. But I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm taking a year off, thinking about what I want to do with my life, and then I'm going to do that and apply for stuff.
There's some great schools in Southern California. There are some really great schools.
and
here.
Illinois. What's that one with Tolkien's writing desk?
That's actually
Hawthorne?
it's a Christian academy.
Yeah.
That
It's a
has-
university accredited.
They're of course, but they're similar to Pacific Azusa.
What? Wheaton.
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 Yeah, they're a state college, I think. I'm not sure. Are they
It's a
private?
pri- it's a private-
Yeah, they're not a
it-
state college. They're,
But
they're
it's
Wheaton, yeah, in
licensed,
Wheaton,
right? It's
Illinois.
not like ITT Tech. It's like a legit.
Yeah.
Wheaton. Wharton? Wheaton.
Yeah, but the existence of that library
And
on campus does not reflect the actual statement, mission statement, and regular curricula of the
Not
school
Will
itself.
Wheaton. That's
It's-
a whole different school.
It's not a Tolkien school. It's like
But they have
just-
access. They have a whole library. I would go to school just to be
Near that desk?
Near that desk.
yeah, I would too. I'd be tempted to go just to be near that desk. It's true.
Kay says she's a
All right.
teacher in
Thank you, buddy. that year off, if you take that year off and come and visit, we'll show you to some of the campuses around here in California. That'd be great.
Jeff
That'd be
Scott
awesome.
says, looking forward to
Yes.
see you next year at Comic
And then
Con.
I'll yell at you in person.
You mean
I'm
this
just
year?
kidding. I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna yell
We're
at you.
6 months away from Comic Con.
Oh, right. I was going to say 4-man, but actually, but, yeah.
Good to have you. Now,
Yes.
say goodnight, Gracie.
What's the Skype handle?
See?
The One Ring Net.
Yeah.
All one word,
Say-
no dot. The
Say goodnight, Gracie.
One Ring Net.
It's an old George Burns joke. You're supposed to say goodnight, Gracie. That's
I wish I
right.
could type it. TheOneRingnet.
Done.
If you search for the One Ring Net, the name might
You're
pop
hilarious.
up as who's Effigy. Shout out to Hannah.
I don't know.
That's funny.
It might name might
miss you,
pop
man.
up
Good to see
as
you.
Barlaman Butterbur. That's our Skype name. Our Skype name's actually. Does our Skype show up as Barlaman Butterbur?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is Barlaman Birder.
Barlaman.
Butterbur.
Our name will show up as Barlaman Butterbur. And
Okay.
so
We'll talk to you next time,
so
buddy.
you can call us on Skype. What is our show called? Our show is called Torn Tuesday. Torn is an anagram.
It's an acronym, but
Acronym.
Yeah, but I was explaining that at the top of the
As-
show, and then you complained I was giving too long of an introduction.
You
and I was
were.
just trying to answer people
And
what
it's the
Torn
best
is.
show.
The One Ring Net is
Just saying.
Torn. And Torn Tuesday is the show, and we do this every
Torn.
Tuesday right here. Venezuela.
Just like SWAK, SWAC is actually sealed with a kiss. See how easy that is?
Everybody in the chat room for Ustream is talking about their Hogwarts class. I mean, house.
Everyone's talking about their Hogwarts house. I'm
Gryffindor.
Ravenclaw.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Let's get off the Harry Potter thing. We're getting
No, we
text
love
messages.
Harry Potter.
We're getting text messages, legit questions on the hotline. You can text us at 530-643-7636. It's all Frodo. It's also called 4Frodo 643. The question is, any update on the Unicorn Edition? Now, what is the Unicorn Edition?
Wait, can I talk about this? Because I
Yes.
have some strong feelings about
No,
this.
Go ahead.
There's no update that I know of.
No, but we got opinions. Let's talk.
Bring it.
Okay, the Unicorn Edition is stupid. It's called I mean, not the. What was released?
No,
What was
let him.
released? What was released on Amazon?
That wasn't
Are
the
you
Unicorn
kidding me?
edition.
What was
You're
released?
saying the Unicorn Edition
They-
is stupid?
It was-
They
No,
called it the Unicorn Edition. Well, not Amazon itself.
No.
I was talking about that, but the actual Unicorn Edition. The
They didn't
actual
call it that.
one.
The fans called it that in an angry response, projecting what they wanted to have, what they expected to have. Warner Brothers never called it the Unicorn Edition.
You know what I
we
mean.
did.
You know what I mean?
No, but explain to people who don't know. We got so many people watching in from Venezuela and around the world. Now, last year, Warner Brothers put out a box set of all the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movies with all the bonus features. But it was $800, and there was no new features. It was movies you already had, appendices you already own, and bonus features you've already seen in a wonderful, beautiful case that was $800, totally not worth it, with no new video content. So that started the discussion, like, what would fans actually spend $800 on? And the answer was, Cliff coined the phrase, Unicorn Edition. And the Unicorn Edition is the version of the movie that Michael Pellerin and Peter Jackson have told us here on the show is going to exist. All of the outtakes, all of the extra features, all of the scenes, all of the characters that never made it into the final extended edition edits, Peter Jackson's been holding on to that footage. It exists, it hasn't been deleted, and he's waiting to make a Unicorn Edition, which is going to be the ultimate making of
Yeah.
documentary.
Absolutely.
Right? And
Yes.
so one of the things that Michael Pellerin, the award-winning DVD producer and director of the appendices, said is that imagine Casablanca. Remember that epic movie, that classic movie that won all the awards, right? Imagine if someone walked up today and said, "Here is a feature-length documentary on the making of Casablanca."
Yep.
And no one's seen it before, and
With footage that no one's ever seen. Yeah.
and we made it at the time, and we put it under contract that it would not be released for 50 years.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. There's a Unicorn Edition of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit that Peter Jackson is sitting on until the right time, and the right time, he said, is 20 years.
And that's right around the corner. Actually,
That's right.
that is right around.
We're getting
the corner.
another Skype call. Let's take it.
Hello there. Well, it's Luthien Elf calling. Hey there, Luthien Elf. How's it going?
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Hey.
Let's show the viewers at home.
We're gonna point this to the camera so everybody can. Oh, lovely to see you. You look fantastic tonight. Hey, this is Luthien Elf, joining us live on theonering.net. Welcome to the show, my dear.
Where are you calling from?
Upstate New York. I'm Pixie Poet.
Oh, Pixie Poet, we love you. You're awesome. Are you anywhere near? Are you near Schenectady? Because I got some friends up there.
I'm sort of. I'm like sort of near Saratoga, Albany.
Nice, really nice. It's beautiful up there. Lots of snow. Beautiful winter scape up there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I love you guys so much. Like Tolkien is like my biggest like inspiration in life.
What do you mean?
You and me both, honey.
He's just an author. Like, what how has he inspired you?
Just like since for like forever, he's just kind of like I mean, I've always like really had a special like love for fantasy, and like he just his writings became like my absolute favorites, and like he's just like I've incorporated him into like a lot of my life. And, yeah.
Of course, that's great.
That's the only way to live. Like Tolkien fans, we call ourselves ringers because that's how we live. Like everything is based
Yes.
around Tolkien.
I had a question. So like, what do you think is your favorite like short of his short stories? I actually I finished The Smith of Wooten Major today.
Yeah, that's a good one. Smith of Wooten Major. I enjoy that story. To tell you the truth, my favorite little short stories by Tolkien that are outside of Middle Earth are the Father Christmas letters. They're charming as all get out, sometimes
Skype call
hilarious,
is everything.
and there's a lot of
Yes.
Elvish. You can see a lot of his
I was so
Elvish
confused. I
script
thought
that
she
he was
was one of the
practicing
girls that
with
went to my
in the
school.
illustrations
I
for
did
the Father
exactly
Christmas
like that. I
letters.
was
But
like,
yeah,
Jill?
Smith of Wooten Major, that's a fun piece. That's a really fun read. It's good stuff.
We're overdone.
What about you, Hannah? What's your favorite? What's your favorite short story or short piece?
Does-
Like Roverandom? A lot of people
Yeah,
like Roverandom.
I like that one. That
Yeah?
one's nice.
Yeah, that's really, really quite good. That's good stuff. And we're gonna ask the same. We're gonna ask the same question, and I'm glad you mentioned this as a good topic. Any of you folks out there in the live chat on UStream, Facebook, or Instagram, let us know the same answer. What short fiction or shorter work from J.R.R. Tolkien are you really fond of? And we're looking for answers of those short stories that are outside of Middle Earth. Would you say Smith of Wooten Major is something that most Tolkien fans don't ever bother to go search out? They don't bother to read it much, do they? It's a hidden gem in his oeuvre, don't you think?
I think a lot of people aren't aware of his other fairy stories, and I think they should find out about them because they're just really brilliant, and I mean everything he writes is brilliant. So
Yeah, yeah. Fokawena says, "I love the Adventures of Tom Bombadil," and that is a lot. A lot of people jump on that. That's a favorite, but that's definitely the Tom Bombadil that was outside of Middle Earth, and then he ended up being placed kind of randomly in Middle Earth, and Tolkien just kind of stuck him in the Fellowship of the Ring, and there he is. It's kind of really interesting.
Alicia on Instagram says Father Christmas letters. Got that for the 18th birthday.
Yeah, good
Nice.
stuff. So did Kay. So did Pipsqueak.
Well, appreciate calling in. We're going to open up the phone line to other callers, but this has been wonderful. Thank you for calling all the way from New York and staying up for us.
Thank you, Pixie Poet. It's good to see you tonight.
thanks.
Oh, wow, you got some really cool artwork in there. Let's check that out.
Wow.
Show us all the artwork you've got in that room. That's awesome.
Wait, that's Sting.
That's Sting in the back.
Oh, there's Sting.
Dude.
Wait, turn
Nice.
this around for everybody.
All right, we're going to show the folks at home. Look, she's got this really great collection of stuff. And there's Sting and oh, beautiful. Dig that.
More
Sting.
of a letter opener.
More of a letter opener, really. Yeah. You've got quite a collection in there. There's some beautiful art in there.
Yeah, I actually got at a con in September this
Spirited Book is leaving.
Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli.
Oh, nice. That's a good
Yeah.
piece. I dig that. That's cool. Very cool. Hey, nice.
Awesome. Well, thanks for calling.
Thanks for giving us the
you.
quick tour.
Have a good night.
Bye, sweetheart. We'll see you on another show very soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye. Nice. All right, we can take other callers on our hotline and on Skype.
Now,
And
the question
how
I wanted
cool is that?
I wanted to ask you, Hannah.
Yes.
We're kind of privileged here in LA that all the movie premieres and we have
Mm-hmm.
all the celebrities hanging out. I bet you if we went down to Tom Burton's tonight, we might bump into Vigo and Dom. I mean, let's just.
Having a
that.
quick, quiet drink. Let's go to Tom Bergen's.
I'm
yeah,
just
let's go
saying.
see.
I'm just saying.
But you're in Southern California, so you're just within a couple hours drive of the Hollywood premieres and
Mm-hmm.
seeing everything.
Well,
How
less than an hour, depending on traffic. but-
Nice.
So, but you still go to all the conventions. Do you think what is it about the conventions? Is it worth paying all that money to go to a convention and pay for an autograph and pay for a picture? Do you think it's worth it?
For myself, it is okay. If I'm gonna be really honest, and
Be
I'm
really honest, but before you say that,
Okay.
good night, Paris.
What a-
We love you, Paris. My heart is still in Paris. We love you. Good night. Thanks for staying awake so late for us.
We got 56 seconds remaining. Let's do this,
What
Instagram.
time is it? Oh, okay. No, if I'm gonna be really honest, and I'm sorry if anyone from my school is watching. Okay, I'm sorry, but for myself, I mean, I go to an art school, but I've never Well, just in general, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I've never really felt like I've fit in with a lot of places. But I mean, whenever I go to like cons or like stuff, stuff like this, I do feel like I fit in, and
That's nice.
I get to meet other ringers, and I'm like, I'm not the only one.
That's a big aspect of why a lot of us, as part of the fan community, go to these conventions. Because it's very inclusive. There's a feeling of inclusion with a bunch of folks that might not even know each other, and they come from different walks of life. But you start talking about Doctor Who or Frodo and Bilbo, and the whole world opens up, and everyone's friends. That's really kind of cool. It's really kind of the coolest
Guys,
thing.
Instagram has
It's like
a
an
1 hour
instant
limit
way of
for streaming.
having
So
camaraderie.
I had to
and a
restart
sense of,
this.
community.
There's so
with
many
people.
wonderful people watching on Instagram.
Yeah.
There's a 1 hour limit on Instagram.
Instagram is very strange.
And our show is 90 minutes, and
We
we
have a 90-minute show.
almost always go the full 90
We
minutes.
do. Yes, we do.
So I hope you're coming back to Instagram, because I'm sorry I'm not talking to you guys, but Instagram's got its own thing here.
I'm like
and
a chameleon.
if you're just joining us, I mean, look, we've got this is what the regular, if you watch on Periscope or YouTube or Facebook, that's what you see. You don't see all the green screen.
Thank you, Alicia
You
Van
know,
Gale.
and we're looking at
Thank
all
you.
these different chats because we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, but
Welcome back.
welcome
Hi,
back,
Gollum.
Instagram.
Look, we've got
They're
a phone call
obviously
from
talking
Wales. It is Wales, the land of Royd Tolkien, calling us. Well, we lost that call.
He's
Kieran.
not in Wales right now because Roy Tolkien has
Is
got
he?
a project going on right
Let's
now.
talk about that.
Did you hear about
Let's
this?
talk about
No,
that.
this is all news to me.
Kieran, are you here on the call with us? That's good. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandy, I see Brandy's trying to call in on Skype at the same
Oh,
time.
let's take Brandy.
Well, we've already got a call open.
Quick, ask your question, Kieran.
Ask your question, Kieran. We're going to get another call out to another viewer in just a moment.
I actually put a lot of effort into this question.
Yes,
I went
for
around-
once.
I went around into the public and I asked people.
Kieran?
Ah.
Wait.
About
Oh,
Lord of the
there he
Rings
is.
All right.
and yeah.
Okay, Brandy, do us a favor and stop. Hold on, Kieran. Kieran, hold that sentence and restart your sentence in 1 minute. Brandy, you're blowing up our Skype, and we can't hear what Kieran has to say. We will take your call next. All right? So go ahead, Kieran. Start again with your question. Everybody, this is our friend in Wales. What's your question, buddy? Ooh, look at that.
I went and asked my friends who are major Hobbit and Lord of the Rings fans about The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and what they thought about it. And they've read all the books too. And some of them actually said that they don't like the Hobbit movie, the third one, because it was nothing like the actual book. Because the book had more into Smaug and his background and stuff. But in the film, it's more of the actual Five Armies battle. And I just wanted to see what you thought of that and what your opinions on how the book and the film is very different.
Okay. Wow. See?
Well, I'll tell you right now that the Lord of the Rings movies, they were so different from the book that people actually walked out of the movie. When there's an epic speech at the end of Two Towers where Sam says, "By all rights, we shouldn't even be here," in the theater, some Tolkien fans who love the books would yell out, "Yeah, you shouldn't be there. You should be nowhere near there."
You should be nowhere near Osgiliath.
Frodo was never at Osgiliath. So the fact that it's the Hobbit movies are different from the books just as much as the Lord of the Rings was different from the books. It's just that the Lord of the Rings had a lot more time to work on the script, and the Hobbit was rushed into production, so they didn't really fix all the little new things. But I don't ever want to fault the Hobbit for changing things.
I don't have the same opinion that your friends have mentioned to you, Kieran. I find it interesting because you're channeling what your other friends' opinions are, and I'm much more interested in what your opinion is, Kieran, just to be honest. But since you asked...
My opinion.
Yeah, but let me answer you. I don't have the same issues with the Battle of the Five Armies because of it deviating from the original book. I have problems with the Desolation of Smaug because of certain editorial choices that were made where they didn't even deal with the dragon by the end of the film. And I thought that the all the extraneous plot
Cliff is talking.
with Tauriel and that little dwarvish boyfriend of hers,
I like Tori.
Keely. You know,
like
I
Tauriel
wasn't quite sure what to make of that because it seemed so strangely out of
We're gonna
place
put you back on
with
the thing.
the tone of The Hobbit.
Hold on.
And then I realized, wait a minute, they're trying to make the tone of The Hobbit different. They were trying to bring the Battle of the Five Armies up to a level that was going to be more Sturm and Drang and much more at stake, much more drama and a lot more battle-heavy hardness. There was a hard edge, an edge to the Battle of the Five Armies that ended up becoming an R rating. By the time it got to the extended edition, that extra edge became an R rating
Misha wants to see your
for a
shirt.
children's book. Now, there are issues with that, but I understand why they were doing it, because they wanted all 6 films to be watched together in a row. And that's why the Battle of the Five Armies ends up looking and sounding and smelling the way that it smells, because it wants to move us away from the golden innocence of An Unexpected Journey and into the harsher realities of Fellowship of the Ring. And that's why. So, that's my answer. What's your answer, Hannah? About criticisms levied against BOTFA,
Okay, well, I mean,
as far as being different from the book.
there's only so much you can do because the book is, you know, one book. I don't know how many pages it is. It's
I don't either.
It's like 160. I'm doing
The Hobbit?
Yeah.
Most editions are about 230 to 245
That's
pages.
that's too much for me.
For a little children's book? Yeah. That's about
Who
right.
are you calling children?
Well, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was like 800 and something pages. So
You're still
I haven't-
what's the
up.
problem with
I haven't read
245
that either.
pages?
But I mean, I think
We're talking to Wales, by the way. Hi, Wales.
I wish I was in Wales, but
Quite good, you know.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So what do you think,
I don't
Hannah?
know.
Hannah doesn't have much of input on that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess some of the stuff that they did was okay, but it just I don't really like the theatrical release because it didn't give a proper closure
Yeah.
to such a big
Yeah.
trilogy. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the extended edition, I wish that they did a few more things rather. But I mean, it still turned out nice for me anyway. But
Okay. See?
Yeah.
So so what do you think? Now here's the last question for you. Kieran,
It's a multi-part.
You've read The Hobbit. So what do you think about the differences between the book and the third film? Here's your chance.
So
Tell the
juicy,
world.
Sweet.
oh my.
So juicy, sweet.
Well, I don't really agree
should
with
have these
them,
for every
but
show.
like, I think that the fact that there was more detail into the books and there was the movie, that the people that watched the movies before reading the books would be a bit unfair for them if they've been watching, because the books came out before the movies did, so they pretty much all had the spoiler of the movies before they've even come out. So like, you can't really like judge both of them on the endings and stuff, because like, the ending's a big part of a trilogy, isn't it, really? And most people disagree with the endings because of how it ended in the books compared to how it ended in the movies. But I'd say, like, if you watch the movies before reading the books, then some other people would have a different opinion on what we have to say about the books, and maybe that's why they think that
Maybe so.
why the movies are not that good as the books are, because the books are more detailed than the actual movies itself.
That's true. But in the case of the Hobbit films, they added many, many more details than ever were in the book. Many more. I mean, details about
To great effect.
Yeah.
even like we even added characters, we added plot lines, and we even changed the origin point of the Fifth Army. In the Hobbit book, the Fifth Army was not a Gundabad army identified as a self-created separate army. It was the wargs and the orcs. That's 2.
And the Tremors.
Nope. There was the wargs,
I like Tremors.
the goblins, and then there was the elves, the men, and the dwarves. There you go. There's your 5 armies.
But the main question that I was trying to get at is, how do you feel about people actually hating on the actual Hobbit trilogy because of how the ending in the movie wasn't as good as some people would say it was in the books?
That's okay. Hey, all right, I appreciate that question. And how do I handle those people, and what do I think of those people? Well, that's okay. I'm happy with people experiencing their own truth and their own personal response to something. And everybody has a different reason and a different motivation. Justin, for example, was absorbed in the movies and the success of that narrative because he had never read the books. So he didn't come out with a negative opinion at all.
That's right.
He didn't, right?
I
Right.
give every movie a
So,
fair share.
everybody's got their own ideas. So I don't challenge people who love to challenge me. As soon as they find out that I'm really, really, really deep into J.R.R. Tolkien and that I made a documentary about it and written books about it, they always want to challenge me about The Hobbit and its relative success. And that has nothing to do with anything except Peter Jackson having to walk in his own shadow. Peter Jackson should have made the Hobbit movies first, and then made the Lord of the Rings later. But because he did it the other way, everybody compares the Hobbit unfavorably to the movies that came 16 years before. And that's because the Lord of the Rings was lightning in a bottle, and everybody expected he was going to recreate that, and you can't. You cannot instantly recreate that perfection. And it was a different narrative exercise. Anybody who knows about adapting books to film will say adapting one from another is a very different process. Mm-hmm. So everybody's got different opinions, and I don't fight with people who hate The Hobbit. I just kind of commiserate with them, and I say, well, I've got some of my own issues with The Hobbit. But at the end of the day, what I really, really like is all 6 films all together. Because when you put those extended editions all together, you get something that we've never seen ever in fantasy films, and we have certainly never seen it at that level for other fantasy properties. A lot of the science fiction properties are getting close to that. But what Peter managed to do, he challenged film exhibition. He challenged a 3-hour running time. He challenged the patience of the movie-going public. He challenged everybody's notions of what a motion picture could do in terms of telling a fantasy story. Peter's great success is in the history books forever. 11 out of 11 Academy Awards. Are you kidding me? So I can handle...
But that's Lord of the Rings.
I know.
His question
that's
was
my
about
point.
Hobbit.
That's the point I'm getting.
We got to open up the hotline.
Thank you for stepping on my... Thank you for
Thank
stepping
you for
on my
calling
last sentence.
Wales.
Nope. I didn't even get to finish my sentence, so I'm going to finish my last sentence. The point is, since everybody's listening, thank you.
The point left 10 minutes ago.
The point is, and I do have one,
Whoa.
that because of the success of The Lord of the Rings and it was so out of the park, I don't begrudge Peter Jackson's missteps in handling The Hobbit. I don't begrudge him that at all. Because what you end up with is all 6 movies as a big, megalithic, mega movie. All 6 together. So that's how that works. Okay? Oh, Paul Rudd is it. Let's get Paul Rudd on the show.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Hey, Paul Rudd is on the show. Hey,
no.
Goodbye,
No.
Kieran. It's nice to talk to you, Wales.
We don't bother the customers.
We're talking to our friend in
Justin.
Wales. And
We don't
thank you
bother-
for being on the
Have
show,
another
good sir, and
guest.
happy birthday again. We'll talk to you later.
We
Bye.
don't bother the customers. Let's just say it's really cool that Meltdown Comics is here. You know, one of the best stories was that one day I get a text message saying, "Oh my gosh, send Cliff down to Meltdown Comics right now." And
That
then
was
you
awesome.
and
Yeah.
then you showed up, and what had happened?
I just
What
missed.
happened?
I missed Viggo Mortensen by a few minutes. He was here, and I ran down the block, and I missed him.
And then
And I
six
missed him.
6 months ago, the same thing happened again. Remember when Kate Blanchett was here shopping with her kids, and you were just 2 blocks up, and you're like, "Why didn't anybody tell me?"
Adam, that's true. Adam McMillan, the Facebook chat. Yes.
Vigo was here. Kate
true.
Blanchett shops here. There's so many wonderful people that shop here at Meltdown Comics.
My heart.
All right. Now that we've got our line
We're getting
open
another call on
Skype,
the hotline.
we're gonna get back to Brandy.
He left.
Finally.
Waiting for video. Hold on.
Nice to have you on, Brandy.
Hold on.
Got the camera working?
Hold on. I gotta figure out how to flip this around.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, hey, there you go.
Give me a minute.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yay, there's Brandy.
I see ya. Hello.
There you are. Hey, Brandy, say hi to Hannah and Justin.
Hello.
I'm the one who wants his hat.
Oh, you're the
Oh,
one.
there you go.
and everybody else.
Who wants your hat?
There's so many people. I've gotten 10 messages in the chat room wanting my hat.
That's funny. Yeah.
So it's not for sale. I'm keeping my hat.
I've got you on my phone going too on Instagram.
Oh, so you found us on Instagram.
Yeah, I've got you on Instagram.
Oh my gosh. You know, this is like the second time we've done it on Instagram, and it's so wonderful to see the hearts and the likes, and
Yeah.
now
it's
you're
fun.
calling.
This is great. This is actually really great.
So what
Turn my phone down.
what brings you to the show? Why call in today? What brings you
Well, one, I just had a question, and two, I wanted to make a comment after listening about the Hobbit movies.
Okay.
My only comment about that is anybody who goes into the Hobbit movie and actually expects it to be better than Lord of the Rings obviously has never watched a prequel movie before.
Amen. Amen.
Because, I'm sorry, it's a prequel. It's not going to be as good as the original story. It's an origin story.
That's
There's
right.
a reason.
That's right.
Ah,
And now your question?
Okay, so I've made comments a couple times. Big ringer. I mean, good Lord, when one of the Lord of the Rings movies came out through Best Buy, I got it, and I have the actual one ring on a keychain.
Ooh.
nice. That's
I
cool.
went and got the symbol on the side of the books after the movies came out of his initials. I actually have it tattooed. I can't show it to you because it's too much to angle it around from my shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody once told me, and I don't know, I've never been able to substantiate this, that it's not only his initials, but it's also an Elvish symbol, and it means something. Is that true? And if so, what does it mean? Do you know?
Oh man, I feel like we're on a trivia game.
Wow. Okay, good question.
I'm not asking for trivia. I'm just curious if you know and if it's real.
Well, this is our Tolkien expert. He's written 3 books. He's been involved in multiple movies. He's
2 books.
He's in the official Tolkien library at Wheaton College.
At Wheaton
And
College, oh God.
and
I've never heard of this
and
town.
and so, do you want to phone a
No.
friend, or would you like to put it to the audience?
Okay, let's get back.
Either or both. How about that? Let's do both.
Okay, sweetheart. All right, let's get down to brass tacks.
She's looking at
Are you talking about the monogram that Tolkien used himself?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't have the book right here on me, but it's the one that it's like if you look at it, it's a J and an R. It's 2 R's.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, I remember that. It is actually on a lot of editions. It's sometimes found on the spine of the book. Sometimes it's found on the dust
wanna
jacket.
call Corey on
And
this one?
it
Yeah,
is
that one.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Wait.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I tell you what. I'll let you guys.
Let's get it. We'll get it.
Yeah, right
Oh,
there.
yeah, there it is.
keep
It's right
answering.
there. Actually, it's
There.
in that red edition of the Lord of the Rings that's over there.
I'll get it on the
So
screen.
to answer you, it is not anything else except an artistically done monogram. And
Okay.
Professor Tolkien was, believe it or not, a really accomplished watercolor painter and a designer and an artist, and that's what he would do.
Accomplished everything.
He very accomplished everything, but he would not only would he get his publishers on the phone and say, "What do you need?" They'd say, "We need color plates. We need a dust jacket. Let's do the artwork. Do you want to do some maps?" And he's like, "Yeah, let me do the maps." And he starts creating and painting after he did all the hard work of actually writing the story. And then in the end of the day, he's like,
During the world.
"Yeah,
During the war.
yeah, absolutely." He would create his own beautiful, elegant, 4-pointed monogram that included all of his letters, and he had little diacritical marks around it to make it look kind of elvish. But it's not really any hidden elvish at all. But it's really cool though,
It's his
because it's one of his best artistic designs.
Yeah, because I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, I mean, I like the Lord of the Rings so much that I got it tattooed on my body. I mean, hello. On top of which the,
Yeah.
the actual tattoo's
Oh, there's a
not
T
done.
in
I'm
there.
planning on having
Yeah.
it expanded and having one of the quotes put on it. I just haven't figured out which
Yeah,
quote.
it's J and then
Probably
T and
Gandalf's
then 2
quote.
R's.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's very, very good. I'm glad that you called. I'm glad you called in, and I'm sorry I had to hang up on you, but I had to finish
That's
talking
alright.
to.
I kept trying to hang up when you were on the call with Wales, and my stupid tablet kept going, "Oh, here, let's call. I was like, no, stop.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for calling, and thank you for your question. That's the first time we've ever had that question, so
That's a
that's
great
wonderful.
question. Yeah, thank you for that.
Yay, I was the first, and I still want your hat, and I'm jealous you have sweet as fish."
We got everything.
I know.
All right, thanks for
So
calling.
funny. Hey, thank you. Thank you. It's great to
All
have
right,
you on
we'll
the
talk
show.
to you
Thank
soon.
you, babe. That's awesome.
Again,
Awesome.
you can.
What an
We're
awesome
we're
show.
the final minutes. 10 minutes. What's up?
No, I was gonna say. Speaking of the monogram, I know. Well, I mean, we're all nerds here, but I was gonna say I know it's really nerdy, but in sophomore grade, I did a 15 to 20-minute presentation about the members of the Fellowship, but I added more stuff in about Tolkien, and then I taught the whole class that it's like, oh yeah, this is his symbol, right? But like, it's his initials. There's a J, there's an R, and then there's a T, and their minds were blown.
Nice.
Isn't it amazing to get in front of
Nice.
a class
No.
or a group of people? No, but yeah, there's always that speaking fear, and it took us a while to get used to it when we were doing all these panels. But when you see the moment where you make people smarter, and you see the moment where they actually learned something, like showing them the initials in his monogram, isn't that amazing? Like you can literally see the light bulbs going off in
Yeah,
people's eyes, like
yeah.
their eyes go, oh, yeah.
That's a good point. Hey, we have a caveat emptor from Dave Gentry, who's in our Facebook live chat. He says something I really wanted to bring up. Do not buy the Hobbit trilogy on Amazon right now. I'm assuming you're talking about the Blu-ray trilogy set. He says, I've gotten it 3 times, and they keep sending a cheap set with no maps or digital codes. Still trying to get this fixed.
Yeah, we've heard that from other people as well.
Amazon, get your ish together. Get your ish together.
Yeah,
Amazon.
and you just stream it anyway.
Yeah. Now to Kyle's question. What does it say? Oh, someone was asking, what does Gandalf's symbol mean? And it's actually the letter G. The letter G in a runic form. There was a couple of different runic alphabets that Professor Tolkien was accustomed to using, and they came from the dwarves. The Kurth, Angerthas. Look those tables up in the back of the Return of the King. Go into the appendix, and you can take a look at all the little dwarvish letters, and you can figure out more details from there. Okay? Yeah.
Like my
there's a
shirt?
rune for the letter G.
Everyone likes my shirt.
Yep.
The
That's right.
Hobbits.
How lovely.
I wish we could sell them.
So,
And she's got a cool shirt.
Yes.
May the dwarves be with you. And Cliff's got nothing.
Like, he's got like a little Illuminati
That's not
eye.
it's not an
Tolkien.
Illuminati eye, it's just a third eye.
It could be.
Shadow Rose still
No,
wants
it's
just. I know everyone wants my hat. You can't have it. But people have sent me other hats. If I get enough hats, I might not need this hat anymore.
I love this hat too. This is a good hat. I got this hat from the actual Lord of the Rings Blu-ray release party. Remember that big party they had?
Yes.
Yeah, with all the fireworks and the costume contest. This is where I got my Lord of the Rings hat from. Okay.
Aravani says when you watched Battle of 5 Armies on Amazon streaming, it let her mouse over the screen and it gave behind-the-scenes facts
Ooh.
about the scene
Cool.
as it was playing.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty sick.
Amazon
Nice.
does that. And if you watch with a Amazon Fire, you can press a button and like little trivia shows up too. Like
Okay.
every scene has what actors are in it, so you can actually see. And then when it changes scenes, the
Yeah.
actors list change.
Oh, I've seen that.
Amazon's got crazy technology.
They've got some cool stuff. I have seen. Oh, even on Google Play, if you're watching, for example, The Fellowship of the Ring,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's regular or extended edition, and you're watching it on Google Play, and you hit
Yukiro
pause,
Esa
as soon as you
Kamisa
hit
to
pause,
the Hobbit.
little
Hold
circular
on.
pictures of the
I
actors
speak
will
and
show
read
up,
Spanish.
and you can touch that actor's face who's standing in that lineup
I
of
got
all
nothing.
9 members, and then it'll show a bunch of other movies and shows that they're on related to that actor on Google Play. It's an immediate
all I can
weird
do
little
is do The Hobbit,
cross-reference
and then
index.
that's it.
Yeah,
the
I
Hobbit? What?
practiced it. I'm like,
don't-
freeze
I don't
frame
know what that
Sean Bean.
says.
And then I touched his face, and a little circle came
I
up,
really
and there's a
like
pop-up diagram of all the other things that
The
The
Hobbit.
Sean Bean has been
books.
in, where he all dies.
The book of
where
the
he
Hobbit.
dies in every single show.
I don't know.
Is that what's
Poor Sean
Camisa?
Bean.
Shirt. Oh,
Oh,
you really like the
his
shirt.
I was just in
You're
Spanish.
supposed to know
I was
Spanish.
just in Spanish today. Literally just in Spanish.
It's a shirt.
Now I'm. Wow. I
funny.
disappoint. Wow.
Well, look, there's been so much Vigo in town. Just 3 weeks ago, we saw him at a screening of Captain Fantastic, and it
Yeah.
was a double feature with the history of violence.
Which was really cool.
You've
I've
never seen that.
I've never
It-
seen
and
it.
he
Yeah.
did it like a 45-minute Q&A.
Yeah, he did.
And he just he
Yeah, I've got a picture of him on
that
stage.
man can speak in 10 different languages, and
yes.
no matter what language he speaks eloquently, which is crazy. And people say, I can't tell, but people say that his Spanish is his best language.
Really?
And there are several Spanish-only movies that you've never seen or heard of that he's been in.
There he is. There's Vigo talking to the audience at his audience Q&A. We're showing all our friends at Instagram that we were there face to face with Vigo. Hey, why don't we email his people and schedule that interview? Let's do that.
And you went up and got some popcorn and you bumped into him in the
he bumped
lobby.
into me.
He bumped into you. Oh.
But it wouldn't be the first time. I mean, I've interviewed him so many times for Ringers, Lord of the Fans, and other events. I've interviewed him a million times, but he was busy, and there was a lot of people leading him quick through that crowd.
And so,
he just
so
went off that way.
yesterday he met up with Lin-Manuel,
Yes.
and Lin-Manuel's mother fell in love. We all fell in love. And then on Sunday,
Yes.
just 2 short days ago, he was at a party, a Super Bowl viewing party with Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd. It's crazy. Did you see the videos?
I do not see the videos, no.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if we can show you guys on the mainstream, but Instagram folk, you've got to go to Dominic Monaghan's Facebook page or Instagram page because they've got videos of recreating the apple scene from Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Fellowship
yeah.
of the Ring.
That's funny.
Did you see this one?
Yes. To answer your question.
What?
Oh, is that what you're... Oh, you've never seen that before, have you?
That's beautiful.
That's Vigo casually tossing an apple. Oh my gosh. Where's the other video? There was a second video.
While
here.
you find that, I'm going to answer your question. Adam McMillan in our Facebook chat. Did Gandalf have a dwarven name like he did for every other race? The answer is yes. His name in ancient Khuzdul was called
they tagged
Tharkun.
the One Ring first.
That was Gandalf's name in the
before
Dwarvish.
everybody else.
Which
It shows
equated
how
basically
special
to either
you guys are.
gray man, gray man or staff man.
You run our Instagram, so you're just a
You-
special.
No,
She
you
does.
run it too.
The elves called him Mithrandir. The hobbits called him Gandalf. In Rohan, they called him Stormcrow. Right? And the dwarves called him Tharkun. Thrkun.
Hey, Cliff.
With one of those funny little... What do you call it? A cedilla? No, a cedilla is on the bottom of a French C. Like a French Francois. I think that's a cedilla. But there was a little diacritical mark over the un.
We're going to call on the
Tharkun.
hotline.
That's right, Jay.
This will be our last phone call of
That
the
is
show.
correct. Oh, is this our last phone call?
Hi,
Oh.
who's calling?
Oh, yeah, hi. Justin, this is Pete Northerner. How you doing?
Northerner, where are you calling from?
Pete! Hey, Pete!
Pete!
Long Island.
Long Island. You're our
Long
second
Island.
New York caller.
Well, dang.
Well, what?
I want to let you know if you're still looking for the second video with the second breakfast and the apple, it was on Billy Boyd's page. You can't find it on Dom's page.
It's on Bill. Dude, you are a lifesaver.
Billy's.
We're gonna go to Billy Boyd's page. Hey, Pete,
Yeah.
how amazing was that Facebook memory we just saw of you and the Happy Hobbits at the One Ring party?
That was a highlight of my life. I had met you before, but Cliff and the Hobbits and Happy Hobbits and everybody else. That was one of the best nights of my whole life.
Yeah, Pete.
I'll never forget that as long as I live.
It was really wonderful to have
but
you
it was
there.
it was just a
wonderful.
little
Yeah.
Hobbit party. How can you say that? You've seen so much of life. Why do you say it was the best part of your life?
Because the thing about the OneRing.net is the people they're like the coolest people I've ever met in my life, and all these people I had known from chat rooms, I finally get to meet face to face. Although I didn't get to meet Hannah, I didn't realize she was there.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were
but
there
it
either.
was-
Sad.
Yeah, I was there. I was a big chunky guy in the tuxedo with the red Doctor Who tie on.
You were totally not chunky, weren't you?
Not at all.
Weren't you a dragon?
Yeah, I was Schmog.
Is that Peter
Yeah,
Jackson's
I saw
Schnaug
pictures.
pronunciation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schnaug.
Well,
I've taken.
gosh, the party, the party only happened because of you people like you supporting the One Ring and crowdfunding that party together. You know, we just spent your money to put a good party together. We hope we lived up to everything that you expected out of the One Ring and the community.
Oh, what you did, you all did a wonderful job, and I'm really happy to be, have been a guest. It was awesome. Like I said, I'll be an old man in the nursing home, and I won't remember anything else. But I remember talking to the Happy Hobbits on camera and talking to Cliff and you.
Gosh.
I remember not meeting Hannah, but what are you gonna do?
That's the most wonderful thing. I've never seen Cliff so speechless, but your words are so kind, and you're in our chat every week. It's just wonderful that to hear your voice and have you call in. You should call in more often.
Yes, yeah, dude. Always, it is a pleasure to have you as part of our extended family. Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, thanks a lot, Cliff. I'll call him and have something to say. I don't want to call him and say, hey, so what's up?
Actually, no. The fact that we're hearing that beautiful Long Island accent. I'm from Oyster Bay. No, I'm not from Oyster Bay, but I'm just saying. Oyster Bay. We've got one of our chatters.
Well, it's been wonderful to hear your voice.
Let me finish my sentence, please. We've got a chatter from Britain. He's head over heels in love with your accent, so just call to let us have your accent. Even if you don't have anything to say, read the phone book to us with that, because our British audience is going crazy for your accent. I just love it. I love it.
Well, it's wonderful. I hope that we'll have to talk to you next week.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
All right,
buddy.
we'll see ya.
God bless and nice talking to you.
All right, thanks.
You too, Pete.
Bye, Pete.
He's
How
the
good.
best.
He's the
I
best.
know.
He's the best. He's the best.
He
Yes,
probably
is.
did meet you, and he didn't know it was you.
I don't even remember.
There's
I
so
don't
many
think-
people took pictures of you because you were Smaug, and there were so many Smaugs
There was
there.
like 3, including myself. So
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
It is not 6:30 already.
It's 6:30. That means.
That means we should go grab Paul Rudd and ask him, do you like Hobbits and Lord of the Rings?
Oh my
Let's talk
God!
with us.
Wait, no, we
I'll do
can't
it.
bother the customers.
Sure we
No,
can.
No,
No, if you don't want to
Sure
do
we
it,
can.
I'll
He's
do
not related to Tolkien.
it.
He's
But
Ant-Man.
He's Ant-Man.
He's
dude.
Ant-Man. He's cool.
I never saw. I
Ant-Man.
never saw it.
I didn't either, but I liked him in Civil War. He was funny.
I liked him in Clueless.
Oh,
he was
that's
really
right.
funny in Clueless.
Well, we do this every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific right here at Meltdown Comics. You can be a part of the show every week on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube, and at theonering.net/live. You can follow us on Twitter at theoneringnet.
Yes, you can.
He's QuickBeam2000.
That's right. QuickBeam2000 on
And-
Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me, and we can talk all kinds of mischief. Mischief.
He knows it all. 'cause
But
he
where-
has it
what's
all
your
saying
Twitter?
hi. Oh,
Mischief.
mine's Cimmerillion28, and then on
Oh,
Instagram,
it's right there.
I am
right there.
Baggins is here.
Baggins is here.
Baggins is here.
Yeah.
And you and I are kind of two of the people that run the Instagram account, so we're always posting something every day or
So
every other
I
day.
guess now that you mentioned it, I can tell everyone now. Yes.
Secret's out. Secret is out.
Yes.
And her posts get more likes than mine, so
no,
I'm
stop.
totally failure
How
at
about that?
Instagram.
Jean Bourgeois
No.
says Hannah
No.
needs to be on the show more often. I laughed a lot tonight.
Yes!
Yes!
Why?
Yes!
No.
Yes, you need to be on the show more
Yes.
often.
That
because you're
I
awesome.
agree with, but why?
Because!
Because you're fun.
Because!
I'm Hannah.
That's
That's
right.
all you need!
That's all you need, girl.
That's all
You're
you
awesome.
need.
You're awesome.
I'm Hannah.
Oh, God.
That's all you need.
Gosh.
All right, we're
right.
signing off, folks. We're here every Tuesday. We'll see you next week at theonering.net/live.
Hey.
Follow us because every time there's a picture or video of Vigo and Dom and the guys, we
Yes.
know Vigo's in town for another 2 or 3 weeks.
He's
until the
campaigning for that
Oscars.
Oscar, yes.
So he's in town, and gosh, we got to get him.
Maybe we can
guys
record a
need
special
to.
session and then play it back at next week's live program.
Oh, I can't wait.
Wouldn't
We
do
need
that?
it. We need to do that.
All right,
If
let's email his
him-
people,
Yes.
okay? And we'll have his people email the OneRing.net people.
If him and Lynn don't get an Oscar, I am probably gonna break my TV.
Really?
I promise.
You know what?
Yeah.
Since we're on the subject of the Academy Awards, since we're talking about it,
Yeah.
Oscar voters who are trying to, not trying to, but let's just say Oscar voters who are in the arena to vote for Best Animated Feature Film, The answer is Kubo and the Two Strings. That is your winner for the year. Disney, Pixar, you've had enough. Zootopia,
But
you've had enough.
Zootopia, it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty.
good.
It was pretty
It
good,
was
but neither
good.
of you have seen Kubo and the
I
Two
have.
Strings.
No.
You have?
Yes.
You have.
My mom has as well,
Have
but
you?
I don't know if she was
Really?
paying attention.
So, no, I'm
Her
telling
looking
you,
at
the winner. Oh, by the way, you've got Wooey Docs who says Justin get naked, and then a little bit earlier,
Yeah,
Wooey Docs
he
said
kept
Cliff
on-
get naked. And
he
you know
kept
what?
on doing
You
that.
don't-
Say goodnight. We gotta
You
go.
don't want to see that. Not today, anyways.
We gotta go.
Hey, we're gonna go, but Oscar voters, guess what? Best animated feature and best visual effects. Watch out, Star Wars Rogue One. Kubo and the Two Strings is the winner of the year. There it
Yes.
is. That's just me. That's just me. But you can vote for.
I'll nod and say yes.
Because we'll just end up fighting. But as long as
I mean, it was good.
it was
It's just
it was good. It was
Zootopia.
great. Okay, all right, here we go. Good night, everybody. Stephanie, Iravandi, Marfles, and until next time, the entire audience that we love, Kyle, Jean, Diane, and all those wonderful people following us on theonering.net, you're fantastic. And thank you for being with
Yes.
us as our very large worldwide Tolkien fan audience. You ringers out there make us a complete family all around the world. Good night and be safe. We'll see you guys next week, Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Gonna do the Benedict
Lots of love.
Cumberbatch part
Lots of
thing.
love. Is
Wait.
that a Cumberbatch type part?
Yeah.
Lots of love for you
Yeah,
folks.
there we go.
Bye.
It's the season of love. Oh, are we off or on?
Are you going to start singing Rent now?
Just kidding.
No. I'm going to
No.
hide behind the couch. There's one score I do not ever want to hear again. Sorry.
All right. Good shit.